Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. Welcome back, everybody. In the last episode, we beat the Winnipeg Jets in 5 games in the first round to advance to yet another second round bout. And this time we're facing a heavyweight champ, 58-win team in the Dallas Stars. But let's talk about the first round for a few seconds. Game number 1, we had 5 goals in the first period, stomped them out. Second game, it was a lot closer. Quinn Hughes shows the hell up. I think these last 4 games he had 3 goals. The best defenseman in the world scores a game winner in game number 2 to give us a 2-0 advantage. Game number 3, it was close in the third period, but we score 3 in the third period. Game number 4 is where I thought things were about to fall the hell off. I thought the wheels were about to come off. I thought everything was gonna... Because that's how my brain works, obviously. We get shut out. This team should never, ever get shut out. There is no reason. There's zilch. Nada. Zero. None. There's not a reason we should ever be shut out. I don't know how much I have to express my feelings towards that, but we go out there in game number 5 and we crush the Winnipeg Jets. We get it done in 5, 8-3 victory. And man, oh man, a man that didn't show up as much as I thought he was going to last year showed the hell up. Over 2 points per game. The best player in the NHL. Why did I go to regular season stats? Anthony Francis put up 11 points in 5 games. 11 points. 1 game winner, 3 power play goals, 5 power play points, 23 minutes an evening. He's killing everybody in his path to another Stanley Cup. And that is the only way we call this a victory of a season. Is a Stanley Cup or a bust? Or bust. Stanley Cup or bust? Stanley Cup or a bust? No, because a bust is a thing you have on underneath a door? Or the thing you have on a bookshelf? Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not going to Google it. You can. I don't care. Man, oh man. 7 goals in 5 games. If we are going for another Stanley Cup, he needs to continue doing this. He went up against Jesper Straka, a 92 overall power play aficionado. He's like Beethoven of power plays, Jesper Straka. He got it done every chance he could, but it didn't stop Anthony Francis. It didn't stop Cale Newman either. 9 points in 5 games, quietly. Quietly in a sense that, wow, I didn't even realize that. 2 game winners. Only 1 power play point. Usually he's the man to go out there on the power play and be like, oh, it's my power play. He didn't score any power play goals, so that means if he continues at this rate, which I highly doubt that'll happen, especially going up against Dallas, he's going to be very, very important for us. Alexi Pietrangelo. Did I say Pietrangelo? I mean Pietrangelo. Why did I say that? I had St. Louis Blues in my head, and I'm like, well, Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo. Sorry, no disrespect. Pietrangelo is a machine. One of the best plus minuses on this team. No penalty minutes. Been good on the power play. No game winners, though. 4 goals, though. He's been so important. And a person that has been criticized a lot, Nolan Patrick. I get the criticism. The trades that we made to get him over here, it was a lot. It was a time and a half that was a rough offseason, but the way we have performed up until this point, and the way he's performing right now, I have 0 regrets. Nolan Patrick, 6 points in 5 games. His plus minus is at a 0. He was dealing with a lot on that second line, especially facing Kyle Connor. And I want to say Gallivant, so it was rough for him. I know, I get that. but he was good offensively, which is strange for him, especially since he's more reliable defensively. But he was good offensively. Same with Kirill Kaprizov. My guy scored 0 goals, which is crazy. I've never seen that for Kaprizov in a playoff bout with 0 goals. He has 6 assists though. I mean, let's look at he had 12 assists last year. The last time we won a Stanley Cup, he had 9, 10, 19. Man, he's been good. No goals though. I need him to pick up the goals though. The rookie sensation, the surprising sensation, might I add, Lionel Waters, drafted in the 2nd round, might I add. And he was a pick that we're like, maybe he'll be good, and he has turned into a phenomenal player for us. 83 overall. He's going to be our career 3rd-line center, probably. Hopefully we can get him up to a nice little contract next season. He's also been pretty good. Duar, Langweeder, Chris Griffin, I mean, they've all not put up a lot of points. Gogolev has been disappointing. I didn't even recall seeing anything from him. No points. And 8 penalty minutes. He has been brutal. Mark Stone hasn't been great. Beckman, 2 points. Griffin, 2 points. Langweeder, 2 points. He has 1 goal, though. Yeah, that depth has been iffy. Our top players have definitely pulled us out of some rough spots, which is good. Defense, I'm excited to see. And ya boy, Marcus Mironov with 8 points in 5 games. Huh. Sorry, what? Oh, one of the best draft picks we've ever made? Yes, obviously. And I'll say it again. The first pick we made as general manager, Marcus Mironov, is that man. He is the man. I know Quinn Hughes is the man, but Marcus Mironov is the man. It's in his name, Eminem. He will never lose himself. Oh, God, I love him. Quinn Hughes, 3 goals. 1 game winner. He isn't known to be a goal scorer. I mean, he had his best goal output ever, if I'm not mistaken. He had 16 goals this year, which is the most he's ever had. He's a 100-point defenseman, which I've only seen a few times ever simulating in an NHL game. And yes, somebody flushed a toilet again. Come on, I don't ask for much, guys. Literally, control your bowels. One day, I'll move out, I'll have a nice apartment, and I'll record in a soundproof room where you can hear me scream about my stupid goaltenders. Zach Werenski. We picked him up for one reason and one reason alone. For him to bring his 89 overall prowess to this team. He's playing bottom minutes. He is, yes, but we brought him over to counteract our voodooery. Voodoo? Voodoo. That is against us, obviously. He's not been good. That's a fact. Brant Clark, he's a plus player. See, the difference is they have the exact same amount of points, but you never judge a defenseman on the amount of points they have. Unless they're like an offensive defenseman, which Werenski is. They both are. Brant Clark is a +6. Werenski is a -1. You see a difference there, right? Brant Clark, been very, very good. Bissonnette, he's been 1 point, +2. And Potvin has no stats. He actually only has 3 shots. So he definitely could be better. He could be. And I do see he's got a lot of minus morale there, so we'll have to look into that. But I'm excited to see Weeman. No, I'm not. He was 4-1, though. A lot of goals against, though, that round. And he is an iffy goaltender. But before we check out Dallas's players, let's go ahead and check out the playoff bracket so far. Okay? I keep bringing this up. I had an exchange with a subscriber that made a subscriber-created player that I made. I don't know. That was a terrible sentence structure. I'm sorry. It's too late. It's too late. I'm not editing it out. Kevin Von Sieg plays for LA. I think it's destiny, and I need to play him at this point. This is how this works, right? The Carolina Hurricanes moved on, beating Columbus in 7. Ottawa beat the Rangers in 6. Toronto and Florida are playing in the second round, so the East is a little weird this year, but the West is all that I'm concerned about at this very moment. But it is time to look at the Dallas Stars. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they were the second best team in the NHL any other season, except for the last few. They would have been the best team in the NHL. 58 wins is so impressive. Undeniably one of the best regular seasons ever. But when you have 67 regulation wins and only 10 regulation losses, there's a difference. There's a difference there. A hefty difference. We know who the better team is, but in the regular season. But it's the postseason. I'm excited to see what Dallas has. And we have a little bit of history. We're going to talk about that here, but I want to see what Dallas looks like. Oh, go. Okay. So before we break down the lineups, the Dallas Stars and Minnesota Wild have a bit of history. If you're not sure why, go back to my very first video where we open up with a vignette about the Minnesota North Stars, the previous incarnation of the Minnesota Wild. I can't recall what year because I'm a little slow. The North Stars moved to Dallas, and there was a lot of outrage from Minnesota fans. Dallas goes on to win a Stanley Cup not too far into the future. Minnesota comes back into the league. There's a lot of hate and animosity between these two teams. Obviously, there's some history. I'm not even sure if these two teams have ever fought in a playoff bout. I'm not even sure in this simulation we've ever fought. We might have once. Because I'm trying to recall a time we might have. Because at this point, we might have. A few years ago, we might have. But my mind is blank, like a canvas. So let's talk about the Dallas Stars in 2028. Roope Hintz is their first line center, and this kid is going to be something special one day for the Dallas Stars. I always see him on my timeline pulling out fancy freaking goals for the Dallas Stars. He's going to be good for them. And he's only gotten better every year. Every year? Really? Did I have to add another every? He had 80 points this season, by far his best offensive season. But when you have wingers in Grigor Denisenko, a top-rated Russian prospect in all of hockey, I believe he played in the KHL this year. He is going to be a solid prospect for the Florida Panthers, who he currently is affiliated to. But he's here on Dallas, and that is a dangerous duo. But when you add Nikita Rogar, who was drafted by St. Louis, that's where I know him from. I believe we fought him a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And he is a monster. It doesn't seem like he's putting up the most points, Rogar. I mean, I believe he's second round pick, 40th overall. He started at low elite. He's made his way up to a 91 overall medium elite at 23 years of age. $10 million, is he worth it? Probably. It doesn't get any better for us when their second line their second line center in Tyler frickin' Seguin, former second overall pick, and isn't this funny? The second overall pick on our squad, Nolan Patrick, is also the second line center. Funny. He also has on his wing, Anthony Chiarelli and Oliver Bjorkstrand, too. I mean, Chiarelli definitely has a bigger upside than Bjorkstrand, but they've both turned out very, very well for Dallas here. Seems like they've spent a bit of money in free agency, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tampa Bay prospect, Columbus prospect. They also have Teddy frickin' Bluger, which is one of the most buttery names in the NHL, along with Capo Caco, Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Buttery. When it comes off your tongue and you're like, wow, that was buttery. Teddy Bluger! Teddy Bluger! Yeah, I'm scared of him. Another buttery name. What is this team? Thomas Tatar. Ooh, tuna, big tuna. Oh, wow. How did I not notice this player? Oh, no. Leonardo Russell. He was the third overall pick in 2024, so it seems like Dallas had a little dip off there in 2024, so they kind of did a quick turnaround rebuild. Yikes. That is a dangerous player on the third line. 52 points. Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to be dangerous. Their fourth line, it doesn't get any better for us. Thomas Hertl. Buttery? A little. Because it sounds like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, huh? They have Michael Furland, and then they have Joel Farabee. That is a dangerous forward core. Yeah, there's not one line where I'm like, well, I know we have the advantage on the first, obviously. Second, it could go either way. Third, and then our depth has been really bad, so I'd honestly give the depth to them right now, especially with the way we've been performing. So if our big stars get shut down, we're going to have a little bit of trouble. But what does their defense look like? Oh my, okay. Oh wow. Miro Heiskanen, the third overall pick in 2017. This kid is something special. One of the best young defensemen in the NHL. By far and away the best Finnish defenseman in the NHL. I think already, if I'm not mistaken. And when he has a younger guy in Clark Burish, I want to say I made this guy? I want to say I did, but damn, he's good. Ooh. They have Madison Bowie, Colin Miller, Will Butcher, and they have an injured Mikhail Alexev. Yeah, especially with the offensive core you only need one or two really good defensemen and some 80 overall goons, and you have yourself a 58-win team. But it always comes down to goaltending. And their starting goaltender, Carter Hart. If you don't recall, a few years ago, Carter Hart went to the Dallas Stars in the offseason for a bunch of players. I think Klingberg went over to Philadelphia and a few other guys. It was a mega trade, and Dallas is here. And Philadelphia was already eliminated. Philadelphia won their cup. Yes, they have another franchise goalie on their roster. I speak too fast and my brain doesn't have time to catch up. Okay, give me a break. Carter Hart. He's dangerous. If there is one guy that is going to change the fate of the Dallas Stars, it is going to be Carter Hart. He is going to change everybody around him. They're a 58-win team with him. And this is only his second year with Dallas. He had the second most wins in the league compared to Weeman's 59. And they're scratch players. Why am I struggling so hard to say that name? Nicholas Kamano. Why was that so hard? Zach Stringer. So they have a few scratch guys. Nothing that I would slot over another. Maybe Furland, but their coach knows what they're doing. Dallas knows what they're doing. I get why they're here, but I also understand why we are the better team. They are red hot coming into the postseason. 10-0, but we were also really, really good. The two best teams in the NHL are battling it out in the second round. Similar to the years past in the East, Washington and Pittsburgh going at it each and every year in the second round. We're going to burn each other out. That is a fact. The winner that comes out of this round is potentially the Stanley Cup champion. The winner that comes out of this round will have guaranteed home ice throughout the rest of the postseason. I mean, Minnesota already, but, Dallas, right? Game number 1. It is a heavyweight bout. This is one of the best two teams I've ever played against each other in a second round bout. I know we faced Chicago a few years ago and we were both fantastic, but Dallas is a well put together team. They've made exactly the right moves, especially with Ben Bishop getting older, Jamie Benn going away, Tyler Seguin is getting older. They have done exactly what they needed to do, and it is change. First period. Burish opens the scoring. Petrangelov ties it up not too long after. Gogo gets his first of the postseason. Go Lev. Go Dancer. Ooh, do your dance. Ooh, yeah. And Cale Newman with 13 seconds remaining. And do you want to know why that's important? It's because we always get late period goals scored on us. That gives us a 3-1 advantage, a 2-goal advantage heading into the second period. That is way better than a 1-goal advantage. Shots are in our favor, 14-9. Second period. Okay, Miro Heiskanen scores early, but Petrangelov gets on the board again. Did he score in the first period? He did. That's 2 goals on the evening. And Anthony Francis decided to be like, hey, hi guys. I'm here. That is still a 3-goal advantage for the Minnesota Wild. After 40 shots are in our favor, 27-19. Third period, you get no pep talk, boys. You settle it down. You do exactly what you need to do against Dallas. Power play about quarter of the way through the third period, and we kill it off. That is huge. Shut it down. You don't need to score anymore. If you feel like it, you can. But just shut it down. Do exactly what you need to do. You're great defensively. Louis Langweeder pots a late third period goal. I will take it each and every day of the week. We start the second round with a big 6-2 victory. Nolan Patrick with one of his best offensive outputs I've ever seen from him. 4 assists. A fantastic evening, not to overshadow Quinn Hughes' 3-point performance. Anthony Francis, 12 points in 6 games. Everybody's catching up to him, though, which is really crazy. I think, I want to say Quinn Hughes is now 2 points behind him, which is just crazy. That's crazy. Game number 2, our offense was big in that game. I want to say round number one, game number 1, we started out with a 6-2 victory. Let's see if we have the offensive capabilities to keep this going. First period. Okay, Kirill Kaprizov scores his first goal of the postseason. Yes, in the second round, but that is a bunch of points for him. Mark Stone scores. That is big for our depth. And Rogar makes it a 1-goal game. And my battery is low. Hopefully I can finish this video before it decides to cut off, because I would be very, very upset. Shots are 14-8 or to 9 in favor of Minnesota. Second period. Minnesota. Oh, they ran away with the shots, 25-21. Weeman, another late period goal against, man. How many times are we going to have this talk? You're the guy on the chopping block right now. I know, yeah, you're winning games, but with all the goalies right behind you, they're making a case, and cap is definitely a problem. You need to give me a reason not to trade you out of Minnesota. Third period. I know it's game number 2. It's a long series, but I would like a 2-0 advantage. I would. That would be very, very nice for the Wild. Kel Newman on the board. Waters, the rookie sensation. Waterfalls. Power play for Dallas. It's still a game. Ooh, we kill that off. Halfway through the third period. 2 goals of our own. Yes. And Tyler Seguin ties it up on a power play for Dallas. It's 4-4 late in the third period. Can we get some magic, Minnesota? And we are headed to overtime. You know the rules. If it's not an elimination game or the Stanley Cup Finals, we do not jump in. They ran away with the shots. Weeman is, I know, 42. It's technically over a 900 save percentage. Or just under. You'd have to have 44 shots against for it to be 900. Come on, Minnesota. No pep talk. Here we go. Come on. You got the goal scores. They do too, but come on, Minnesota. Can we get a game number 2 victory in OT against one of our biggest rivals? We have a lot of history. And Tyler Seguin gets the equalizer and the neutralizer. That is a big performance from the Stars, tying the series up. Weeman, I know you faced a lot of shots, but man, oh man, sometimes you got to shut it down for us. Get a shutout or 2, man. Come on. So a lot of our big boys showed up, but we were not the best. Goaltending and defense has not been our best, or has not been the best this postseason. It is an even series heading over to Dallas, the American Airlines Center. Here we go. Come on, Minnesota. Can we get a little more positive vibes from this game. First period. Yes, we can! Positive vibes all around. Louis Langweeder with a power play goal to start out this game. Kelman is like, oh, you scored? Let me score a goal. Mark Stone. 2 goals in 2 games for Mark Stone. Hell yeah! Zach Werenski. A late first period goal. Same for Mark Stone, so that is good. We can get our late period goals of our own. We are doubling up. We're basically doubling them up in shots. 13-7. A big first period. Let's see how the second goes. Ooh, my. Rogar scores for them. Okay, we know if a guy's going to show up, it's going to be him, Sagan, and a few other guys. But we pot 2 of our own. Sergei Gogolev, go-go dancer on that floor, on that ice. Gets his second of this series. Petrangelov is like, oh, somebody else scored? Might as well score some for my own. Actually, Mrazek's in net. I mean, geez, yeah, shots are in our favor, but damn, their goalies have been bad. Game 1 and Game 3, yikes, you don't want to see that. I mean, you want to see that if you're a Minnesota Wild fan and a fan of my own. I don't want to lose my mind. Or you enjoy the videos where I absolutely lose my mind, because I know those are probably very, very entertaining. 6-1 late in the third period, and we hold out. Hold out, it's a 6-1 victory. We didn't need to do a lot of holding. But we get a phenomenal Game 3 victory. The series is in our favor, 2-1. We're here in Dallas. Momentum is on our side. Plenty of goals our way in that game. But let's see if we can continue that momentum. My brain. What has happened to my brain? I'm almost stuffed up. Okay. Game number 4. Here we go. First period. Yes. Again. Another great first period effort from the Minnesota Wild. Anthony Francis opening the scoring 44 seconds into this game. Denisenko ties it on the power play, but 2 Russians. I think Miranov's Russian. Kaprizov gets the goal, his second of the postseason, and Marcus freaking Mironov. Absolute beauty. A lot of goals from our back end. Good. We are, destroying them in shots right now. 18-7, almost tripling them. Second period of play. Okay, a lot of stuff happened that period. Brant Clark opens the scoring. Rogar and Burish, 2 of their young studs, makes it a game. But Chris Griffin, the best third liner in the NHL, yes, I said it, makes it a 2-goal game. Shots are in our favor, still 27-21. They did a lot of damage that period. Weeman, I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you directly. You need to hold this one down. It's on you. It's on you. Chris Griffin. Ooh, I love you, Chris. Ooh, you say sweet things. Ooh, Anthony Francis. Ooh, yes, please. There we go. Minnesota. 7-3. Our offense has been dynamite. But this is the time in the series where it goes cold and they force a Game 7. Yippee! I don't mean to be pessimist, but damn, I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, and I am so pessimistic about everything. Anthony Francis with a phenomenal game. I was wondering when those would come back. He's actually got 16 points in 9 games. Almost 2 goals, or 2 points per game. He's actually got over a goal per game. Okay. So, game number... I'm stupid. 6. Game number 6? No. Game number 5. Am I having problems? Sorry. Game number 5. No. Yes. Sorry. Why was I having so much trouble there? I should have just counted. Game number 5. Last round, we didn't necessarily close out as soon as I wanted to. I know a sweep is a lot to ask for, but 5 games again. Let's get it done, Minnesota. Game number 5. Home ice. First period. Chris Griffin opens the scoring. That's 3 goals in 2 games. Roop Heinz ties it on the power play. 11 minutes later. Wow, I'm bad at math. I think we've already established that, Owen. Shots are pretty even, 11-12 in our favor. Second period. Ooh! Say sweet things. Hee hee, yeah. Alexei Petrangelov on the power play. Anthony Francis, absolute stud. Roop Heinz makes it a game. But Louis Langwidder makes it a 2-goal game for the Minnesota Wild. A chance to head back to the Western Conference Finals to get some revenge from last year, and a chance to go back to the Stanley Cup Finals. This is all this is for. Not to just make it to the second round, but to get another Stanley Cup. It's 4-2. Shots are definitely in our favor, 27-22, but it's a close game in game number 5. Power play early for Dallas. We kill it off. That is huge. Miro Heiskanen making a Weeman! You had 20 minutes to cut this thing. You had 20 minutes to shut this thing down. Oh, power play for Dallas. Oh, for the love of God, Minnesota. I don't ask for a lot. I don't, Minnesota. I don't. And we are heading to the overtime frame. You know the rules. Let's jump in to this one. This is 100% on you, Weeman. 2 goals allowed in the third period. We had an easy end to the series, but I guess we'll have to score an OT winner. Oh, and a big shot. Hughes over to Francis. Francis sends it back out for Petrangelov, and they cut it off. A big hit from Denisenko or some Dallas star in the middle of the zone. Roop Heinz in front for Denisenko. Petrangelov cuts it off. He's a big body. He's rushing down. Oh my God, what are these passes? Burish cuts it off. And they have a chance here. Dallas. And Hughes will get the puck back over to Francis. Petrangelov has the puck yet again. Don't make a stupid pass, please. Petrangelov cutting in. Hart with an Evie? Owen. I know your brain isn't that far gone. Easy backhand save for Carter Hart. An offensive zone face-off. We have our second line out here. I think we should have kept our first line out here, but face-off win for Nolan Patrick. Mironov in the zone! In the zone! A chance to end things! Up to Chiarelli. Chiarelli starting off the break for Dallas. Dallas playing around with it. Burish! Big shot in front for the defenseman, but an even bigger save. Turnover! Bjorkstrand! A big save for Weeman. Chiarelli passes back to Bjorkstrand in a big one-time save. Plenty of chances, and we are so sloppy here in OT. Plenty of giveaways. Too many to count. Yikes. A terrible OT frame so far, but it is still wide open. Face-off win for Dallas. Over to Chiarelli. In front for Bjorkstrand. Back to Heiskanen. Over to Burish. Burish in front. Big save for Weeman yet again. Up to Nolan Patrick, the new kid on the block. What's he going to do here? Big body. Sends it in front, but Seguin cuts it off. What are we doing? Passes are not working this game. Seguin dipsy doodles his way in. Bissonnette will regain the puck. Over to Newman. Langwidder. Big body in front. Slapper. And Hart has to go all the way out of his net to make that one. Waters. Over to Waters. Waters back again. 2 or 3 shots against Carter Hart. And they make every single save. Making it look easy. Russell. Third line. Scoring forward. And he's playing around with that puck there. Gets bodied though. Up to Waters. Nolan Patrick. What's he going to do here? Nolan Patrick in front. Gets cut off. I don't know what we're doing with these passes right now. But they are not working. You got to play the short game sometimes. You got to play. Don't play long ball. And they end this game in OT. This series will be extended in a terrible, horrendous OT frame. We get absolutely nothing accomplished. Not a lot of chances for the Minnesota Wild. Dallas will extend this series for at least one more game. Okay, that was super sloppy. I don't know what went on. It was terrible passes. The AI sucked. But now it is a best of 2. I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. Game number 6. Game number 6. They've beat us in both OTs this series. Hopefully it doesn't go to another OT. First period. 1-0 Minnesota. Anthony Francis make that 18 points in, I want to say this is game number 11? Yes, I think I'm right. Shots are in Dallas's favor, 12-9. Anthony Francis scores late to break a deadlock, but we have the lead. Second period. Oh my god damn, Minnesota! Why you gotta do this to me? I don't like this. It's late at night. Owen, shut up. Please. Please. 1-0, man. This is... Burst scores so early. One freaking job, Weeman. One. Why is it always the other... Oh, no. Minnesota. Petrangelo scores on the power play. Who had a rough overtime game last game. Power play for Dallas. Oh, Madison Bowie. Oh, Weeman, I'm about to sucker punch you in the throat. Weeman, you're getting shipped out of town. I have made my decision. He's a great regular season goalie. He's never good in the postseason. Never. These 2 games are on him. I know he had a good OT frame, blah, 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 blah. No, this is on him. But it was 1-0, Owen. And then he just let everything go. Everything. He let everything go. I must trust this team. I need to. I need to trust this team. What else can I do? You know, like, do I go... I'm not super sure at this point with what I should do. I need to trust this team. I've put everything into this team. And they blew a 3-1 advantage. Oh, screw off, Weeman. I've had enough. I know we had Vyacheslav Kavanov, and he had a lot of problems. But at least he was clutch sometimes. Weeman is never clutch. Ever. It's do or die. The 2 behemoths in the NHL get a chance, get a dance with destiny, baby. Game number 7. I'm not changing a single thing. I should, but I didn't. Slow sim. Come on, Minnesota. Can we get a little bit of love this game? Please. Please. Please, Minnesota. Please, power play for Dallas. We kill it off. Oh my god, who's taking penalties? Who do I have to hurt? Oh my god, Minnesota. And Tatar scores late into the first period. I'm going to have an aneurysm. Oh, but they're a great team, Owen. We're so much better. We're so much better. We are so much better. So much better. What did I say? What did I say in game number 4? Or game number 5? Was it game number 4 where I said, oh, this is the time where our offense is going to dry off? Did I have to go and say that? Did I really have to do... Did I? Second period. Here we go. Whatever, Minnesota. I already know the outcome of this game. Madison Bowie. Whatever. Whatever. What is this game? Like, what am I doing with my life? What am I... Screw it. Weeman is gone. That is the first thing I'm doing next episode. Weeman, goodbye. That was the biggest jinx. What did I do? Oh my god, Weeman. Get him out of here. You're gone. You're gone. You're officially gone. You're going away. I never want to see you in Minnesota ever again, you absolute bum. But we're the offense, Owen. You had so many chances, Weeman. So many chances to do something. Okay, and we're trying to make this a game. Ha ha ha. Whatever. Whatever. Whatever, Minnesota. Whatever. What is this even? You know. Do I even look? Is there any point anymore? Weeman! Weeman!